So as you guys know, the Roblox Egg Hunt of 2019 is currently happening right now. And I know I literally completed it and made an entire tutorial on it within literally 3 days, but I'm still about to give not only my opinion on the Egg Hunt, but also what the players think too. And I mentioned that I made a whole tutorial, which you should totally check out if you need a bit of help finding the eggs, and there is even timestamps to each egg in the description to make it easier to skip to. But anyway, back to what we all think. I really don't think it's any secret that a lot of people are slightly disappointed with the Egg Hunt this year, to put it simply, and by slightly disappointed I actually mean very disappointed. I've personally seen a mix of opinions on the Egg Hunt this year, both in the actual Egg Hunt game itself and on different platforms like Twitter and Discord. I've seen some people say that they actually don't mind the Egg Hunt and that they think it's quite decent, but the majority of people I've seen speaking about the Egg Hunt have had quite negative opinions. And with me just being me, I am very indecisive when it comes to how I feel about the Egg Hunt. There's a lot of things I don't mind, a few things I like, a few things I straight up hate, and a few things that I would like if they were improved. So I clearly have very mixed emotions towards it as a whole. The first thing that is very apparent to be a problem with many people, and I would also honestly say is probably the biggest problem with a lot of people, is the fact that the Egg Hunt is a dev hunt. Obviously I've said before that a dev hunt just means that the Egg Hunt does not get a dedicated game, but instead all of the eggs are spread across already existing games on Roblox. And personally this wasn't a major problem with myself. I had always said that with it being a dev hunt, that is almost 50 games that are included, and that is a whole lot of people to be relying on. Of course, it's very possible that it could work, but with that many people, something is very likely to go wrong. And of course, as we know, a couple of things actually did go wrong and continue to go wrong. There was also the fact that 2015 was a dev hunt as well, and people weren't huge fans of that either, so it was always going to be a bad idea to do another one. As well as many games that were involved in the Egg Hunt, there was also the main game created by the developer group Actually. And when talking to my brother about the Egg Hunt, I've mentioned a few times that if the Actually developers were given the chance to create a whole dedicated Egg Hunt game, I most definitely feel like they could have produced something incredible like we got the previous years. Like, there was absolutely a lot of potential there, but obviously it wasn't their choice and a lot of that potential was clearly wasted. There's a few bugs and glitches with the main game, but it wasn't anything too damaging. Like, every time I joined the main hub, it would play the cutscene that you're only supposed to see the first time you join, or in the boss part of the game he flung me backwards a few times instead of forwards. So there are some very frustrating glitches, but nothing that prevented me from collecting the eggs. My favourite game and quest to get the egg within the game from this year was without a doubt Escape Room. The whole quest to get the egg was a perfect series of puzzles that are surprisingly fun in my opinion, and it made it feel somewhat like an actual egg hunt. Like, I honestly believe that the way Escape Room executed their egg quest made it feel like it could have fit into the 2018 Egg Hunt or even the 2017 Egg Hunt, and there was actually a fair few, like a decent amount of other games within this year's Egg Hunt that also felt this way. Some of them actually had some pretty good quests, were obviously very well made, and I'd even go as far as to say some were better than the main Egg Hunt game itself. But I am of course not trying to say any developer did bad at all. I think it goes without saying that it's quite apparent that every single person that put in work towards this Egg Hunt did their absolute best and did so with a whole lot of effort. But there was also a lot of things that were slightly on the bad side, and it kind of evens out with the amount of good stuff. And one of the biggest things that was wrong with the event as a whole is a lot of it is spent waiting around, like quite literally just waiting. A great example that comes straight to mind when I say this is the ballerina egg that you get from the game Dance Your Blocks Off. In that game you need to go through your dance routine as well as sit through everyone else's, and to actually get the egg you need to come in first place. And let me tell you, there is a lot of timers in that game. There's a timer when everyone is picking whether they'll dance alone or with others. There is a timer when you pick your outfit and song. There's a timer when people are backstage getting ready to dance. There is a timer whilst they're actually dancing. There is another timer after each dancer for the voting stage, and just a whole lot more timers. And let me tell you, I spent a good hour in that game alone to not even place first, so I had to do it all again. And it's not just this game, there is a lot of waiting around in the majority of games, as well as a lot of walking around huge maps. So like I said at the start of this video, I have very mixed feelings towards the Egg Hunt. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of this year's Egg Hunt. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.